Well, hello there, YouTube. I'm out for a little Sunday stroll in the break of the rain here. Even though it says there's a 0% chance of rain until like midnight tonight, some of the stuff is not looking very promising. But I've got, well, you know what? I don't have my rain pants. This jacket's waterproof for the most part. This Joe Rocket's it has a few leaks in the arms where the vents are, but for the most part it's pretty dry. But I just realized I never pulled my rain pants out of the back of the Spider and put them in my backpack. So if it does rain, I'll get a little wet. Now we got to do the mandatory bridge stop here. Yeah, she's swirling through there nice and pretty, isn't she? That big old log wedged in there. So anyway, I just it's a video from last Saturday. Last Saturday I did the 5K service on my Road King. I thought about doing a video how-to on that thing, but doing a service on a Harley is pretty straightforward and simple. I think it would probably mean more to more people to do it on the iron, which I did do the 5K towards the end of last summer when it reached the 5K. The Road King's a little skewed on its mileage because it had 1,500 miles on it when I bought it, and not knowing for sure what the previous owner had done and how long that oil had been sitting there, because I know the bike sat for 10 years. I did the 1K or the break-in service on it at 1,800, and once I got in there you could see somebody had actually done it, so it just got done again. That's no big deal. And so anyway, I reached the 5K mark while on the Utah trip last year, and I just recently this year broke the 6K mark. I think she had 6,200 on it or something when what do we got out here in the field? Is that a fox? Or is that a bobcat? What do we got there? I think we got a little fox right there. See him hiding there? There's no way of getting out in that field. I'm not gonna... It's probably private property anyway. I don't know if that's a cat or a... Let's walk over there right quick. See what we got here. See if I can... Are you safe sitting there? See if I can spook it off here. See what it is. Why does that thing look like it could tip over? Surely gonna spook it when I walk over there. Well, I would think. Oh yeah. That's a big old bobcat. Wow, he's awfully dark colored though, wasn't it? Jeez, that thing was huge. Holy crap. Damn. Wow, it was really dark though. I don't know if it comes... Maybe it's just me with these glasses on, but that seemed awfully dark. That was no domestic cat, I can guarantee you that. If it was one of those, that couldn't have been a butt. I'll have to look at the video now. I think it actually had a tail on it. Jeez, that was a domestic cat. That was one huge cat. Man, that thing was was the size of a mid-sized dog there. I always end up on these roads that kind of skate along the side of the freeway, don't I? There's the Gaspador Monument over there. I talked about that in the video. That was one of my winter videos, I think. Got a whistle in my helmet. A little shield thing gets in a weird place sometimes, and the seals leak and cause a whistle. But on top of that tallest one was a huge statue of Jesus standing there with his hands out. And in November, a storm knocked that thing over. Them skies are looking very threatening. But anyway, in the by far not the last video I did, but it'll be the one I'm gonna it'll go live tomorrow sometime on Monday the 13th, is that right? But it was, like I say, it was done last Sunday, and I was experimenting. I took a 58mm polarizer lens, circular polarizer, and found its neutral spot, or where the polarization is kind of going horizontal, and just used some Gorilla Tape and kind of fixed it onto this skeleton case. The skeleton case is one of the ones for the Hero 3s, the bigger style cases. And in that I was talking about I didn't know what I was going to do as far as there's some weird lakes up here that I never knew they were here, because I think they're actually hidden up here. There's 3 of these elongated, very odd looking, almost looks like links of a chain or something, because they've got these little islands on each end. But anyway, I was talking about I wanted to get a polarizer for the GoPro, but I didn't know if I wanted to stick with this case or what I was going to do. So I bought 2 of them. I bought one for, this isn't, yeah, see, I passed those things. It's up in them woods somewhere, because this is 505. I need to figure out how I can get to that thing. Maybe we'll come back this way and I'll have to scoot down through there. But it looked like it was probably a private drive or something there. An older Harley. Very odd looking. They don't show up on a regular map, but when you go into satellite view, it's like, hey, what the heck is that? It's kind of cool. And they built some houses around it. There's 3 of them. These weird elongated, they're facing north and south. But back to the polarizer lens, I couldn't decide what I was going to do, because I didn't know if I was going to keep this case or end up buying the Hero 3 Plus and 4, the reduced size case. So I didn't want to spend money on one or the other, so I ended up getting both. Got one for this and one for we'll just call it the Hero 4 case. More people will recognize that, instead of getting the 3 Plus and the 3 confused, because they did come with 2 different cases. And I also ordered the blacked out case that GoPro sells. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to take that blacked out case and I'm going to carve the hole in it to oh, come on. Nice old farmer. He knew he was going to hold me up. Must be be a rider himself. But I'm gonna carve out the mic hole in it. But it's going to be kind of unique how I carve it out, because it needs to match my 90-degree mic adapter, which I just absolutely love those things. So small and convenient, never fail. Well, there is one failure with them, and that's on the initial purchase, because there's some out there that don't have a resistor that tells the 3 plus and 4 that the mic is attached. I haven't tried to verify this, but because I returned them as soon as I ordered 2 of them, they were both bad. That was the one I used for the first time when I took that Spider F3 for its very first ride, my very first ride on the Spider F3, and then I realized that I got the bung mics. I thought I was buying the same one, another 2 of the same ones I already had. I got these things laying everywhere, so I'm not without them. Now I have one of them rigged up on a bracket for my shop helmet, and I don't leave that clipped on. It's zip tied in a way it all stays with it. So I put the camera on. The camera's marked so I can put it in the same position every time. And then I click the camera and that mount, which has the mic zip tied to it in a nice clean way. I should have taken that road that went north there. I'm actually kind of backtracking in somewhat of a southeasterly direction here, I believe. At least my senses are telling me that. But the road in the Napa Vine's right down here. But anyway, I keep that one. It's sitting in my toolbox, and the mic's in the helmet. It's that Sony, I don't recall the number of it, but it's the Sony mic that Arizona RE suggested. I think it's one he's using, and it seems to work pretty good. Some of the louder exhaust it doesn't handle really well. It seems to overpower it. I rode a Spider in one of those, and I think I got a few comments saying that they couldn't hear me because it was like the muffler was like drowning the mic out, and then the wind noise mixed with the exhaust, you couldn't hardly hear what I was saying. Although after I got those comments, I played it on I haven't tried playing it on my phone or something, which is what most people seem to be watching videos on, it seems like. But I played it on my Chromecast, and I could hear my voice just crystal clear. In fact, the distortion wasn't that noticeable. However, it was very noticeable when I was playing it on my laptop. You know, the tinny speakers those things have on them, so it was quite noticeable there. And I noticed that when I was editing it. I probably should have said something. But like, what I hear on that laptop usually doesn't mean a hill of beans, because they're so tinny. They tend to just have essentially a terrible speaker system on them. You gotta buy the real fancy stuff to get decent speakers on a laptop. Of course, I got the speaker sitting right there. I could just plug them in. So this is a shortcut. Do I want to take the shortcut? Why don't we bounce down here a little further and go out in the country just a little bit. I think I took you guys through this exact same area on a video that was actually by the time that was posted, it was probably a couple 3 weeks old, where I took the iron the same route. I was going to Walmart's for that too. Kelly and I, when she got off work, we went to Walmart's, and I bought me some new Red Wing Romeos. Expensive son of a guns. With tax, they're 130 something bucks. But man, they're hard and stiff and kind of hurt your feet. that leather breaks in, and I have never owned a pair of shoes as comfortable as these. And now you can get them in black. They're only available in brown before. So anyway, mine from center stands and whatnot, I end up causing a hole to develop in the ball of always the right shoe. Then the crack in it doesn't bother me, but it rains so much around here that that allows, when you step in a puddle of water, it'll make the ball of your foot damp, and that's very irritating. And if that happens early in the day, you know, unless you got a spare set of socks and another pair of shoes, you're gonna be walking on that wet foot for the rest of the day. And you know how that looks like when you get home. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but there are some wet spots there. One of these clouds let go. Well, for the amount of extra distance this adds, which is very minimal, it's like a long way around. I feel like I'm running at the tip of a fan. Oh, that's rain coming down right there. That must be what passed through. Oh yeah, that's definitely rain. Last time I took the iron down here, when I left, I come out and the sun was all out and it was beautiful, and it was raining. My iron got all speckled. Look at that, the barn with the horses on the hill there. Oh yeah, look at this, it's all wet. Uh-oh. And my rain pants are sitting in the rear trunk of the Spider. I've got my boots and waterproof gloves and literally everything else I need in my backpack. Last time I came through here, there's obviously hogs in that one, because that one, ooh, thank God the wind's going the other way. Oh, look at all that water. Look at that trail going up that hill. There's no way I don't have bugs on this camera. I keep looking. Sorry if you guys keep pointing at yourself. I see just a couple little ones there, but they're way up at the top edge. But as you can see, things are slowly turning green again here, which is very welcome. That is definitely rain right there. But I think it's already come through. It's heading west. It's going back to the coast, which usually is not the direction it goes, which kind of got me concerned a little bit. That huge walkway that used to be a set of railroad tracks. Out over, you go across these railroad tracks and out in one of these fields. It's one of the ones that I think it goes off in the hills a little bit there. Not there's much hills down here in the flats. This was all very deeply underwater. Twice in 07, then again in 09. Some levee around here broke for the Chehalis River, and if you notice, some of these houses like that one, in fact it looks like he's still working on it, have been elevated. They lift the whole house and up off the ground, because they were underwater at one point. Some of these things like that look like it was probably a little store or something at some point. I'm sure one of the floods just deemed it too expensive to repair. And see, this is where I'd have popped out if I'd have, when I said, let's go farther down. I'd have turned and came down this way. It is quite nippy out here. That's what the hell's that thing called? That little It's not the Chehalis River, it's like the New Wacom or something. And in that Quonset hut looking thing to my right, if you can see that through the trees, is where the tourist steam locomotive hides out. That's where she hangs out in the wintertime. See, there's another house that's been elevated, and yet another one that's been elevated. What's funny is some of these houses look like, there's another one. Some of these houses, literally, there's one. They look like they're about ready to be condemned, but yet they got raised to, I guess, combat the next flood. I guess people are pretty sure the next one's coming. Both of those have been elevated. They worked on that for quite a while after that last storm in 09. It was like December 08, January 09 is when all that was going down. And only one of these bridges around here, I mean, literally the water was as high as them overpass bridges. And this one bridge down here was one of the only ones that was out of the water. Why is this light taking forever? What do we got here? We got a customized 650, yeah, 650 V-Star. It's very customized there. That looks really good, actually. I think we got a light issue here. Oh, now it's about to change. Cool. I think that one car literally just ran that light. I think what's funny, I'm one of these horrible people that will scare a cat just to see the funny reaction that the cat will do. And I do that to my poor wife too, but she gets me back. Because I am one of the most jumpy people. I'm always deep in thought about something. And man, I don't hear them coming up on me and they'll go, "Hey Shawn!" Boom! Man, you are scraping me off the ceiling. Anyway, Kelly's the same way. And I just... sometimes it makes Kelly mad because I'll go out of my way to sneak up and spook a cat. Because they do the funniest things, you know. Just the most hilarious things. But I've made it to Chehalis, and there are some things cooking around here that are smelling really, really good. Surely that wonderful smell is not coming from McDonald's, but there's other places around here. Jeez, I looked up, I thought I'd actually moved over into the next lane in front of that truck. Oh crap, you know, I need some batteries too. I need to buzz over to the Home Depot. So, on that note, I've been talking for way too long. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope it was entertaining or interesting or thought-provoking or something. And while I'm stuck at another light, I'm gonna slip out. So thanks for riding along with me while I'm literally freezing my butt off here. And I appreciate you guys watching and commenting and all that good jazz. I do a little side note, I do want to apologize for not getting back to you guys in a timely manner, but I do eventually get back. I just answered one from Rob Ash that I think was 3 months old, so I do get back. So I apologize for not doing it in a timely manner. So please don't not comment, because I've mentioned this before, I flip through every single email and read every single comment. There's never a comment I don't read. So whether I get right back to you, and if I've missed getting back to you, I deeply apologize. But please don't let that stop you from commenting, because I do really enjoy it and I do see them all. So, on that note, for the second time, I'm going to say goodbye. My dirty old DR, and I do mean she is dirty. I never let bikes get this dirty. But I knew I was going to ride it in the wintertime. I wasn't stressing too much over it. It is mostly for the all practical purposes a dirt bike, so they kind of get that way. So anyway, thank you very much. I'm out. See ya. Goodbye.